up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre tutorials and reviews, back in here with one more video. All right, guys, you see the title, you see the thumbnail. Guess what? It's time to get active. All right. The video today comes from content creator. We've done her on the channel before. School of Affluence. 10 cliches cheap men love saying. Let's get right into this video. No other introduction besides that. Without further ado.
Ladies, if you hear this from your man, run. Because the chances are high that this cheapskate or freeloader is just here for his own benefit. My dear elegant ladies, welcome back to another video. Ladies, today I really need to warn you for these top 10 cliches that I know many cheap men out there tend to use to manipulate women. And I don't want my dear elegant ladies to be manipulated. So in today's video, I'm going to give you some things that you can tell these men when they come with these cheap cliches. Let's start with number one.
All right.
I love independent women.
Oh, you know what I love? I love strong, masculine men. I love men who look after their women and treat their woman like a goddess. There is nothing more attractive than when a man steps into his masculinity.
Just hold up real quick. Oh, this is gonna be a shaming video. Is that what this is? I should have known. School of Affluence. Let me also comment on this as well. What's her accent? Like, what is that? That doesn't really sound Russian. Like, what is that? Is that Swedish? Is that even a real accent? Or is this like a fake accent on top of a fake moniker for the channel? Let me also comment on this. This video right here, I want to say it has like 250,000 views. She has almost 1 million subscribers. So all of you over there that are laughing right now, stop laughing, because this shit is real, okay? Let's keep going. When I say real, by the way, I'm not talking about the accent, but let's keep going.
And really looks after his woman like a true gentleman. That's what I love.
My ex-girlfriend only used me for my money.
Well, then you know how it feels for us women when men only use us for sex, without committing to us, and without ever taking full responsibility by providing for us like a true gentleman would do.
Oh, God. Again, if a dude says something like independent, I think what I like an independent woman, which was the first one. She's asserting that it is some type of manipulation tactic. And if a man dare asserts that his ex-girlfriend only used him for money, and your response to him is a shaming tactic, as to say you or to think or to also come back and assert that this person is not a real masculine man through a life experience that they went through. What if he's telling the truth? What if he's saying, listen, you know, I'm a high value dude. The last chick that I was with, you know, she was a drop dead 10, cold stunner. But at the end of the day, she just wanted me for my money. You know, she didn't care about me. She cared about the red bottoms that I could buy her. So he's detailing a life experience to the woman, but in response, you are training women that hearing a past relationship for him that has gone bad is a sign that he is trying to manipulate you into some shit, which is completely mind-boggling that you are teaching women to avoid conversations like that. And also, for the women to not deal with the reality that he is speaking about, but also what she has done in these previous two, and what I'm guessing is she's gonna do into the future, is each one of these cliches, she won't have a response for the cliches. She's just telling women how to maneuver past all of these responses to identify if he will give up his money or his fortune to you. Now, for those that are unfamiliar with her as a content creator, maybe I should have set this up as well. She specifically talks to women that want to dive into a deeply traditional role, but be completely 100% provided for. Don't want to lift a finger in their relationships, in their life. and are looking for super high net worth and high value dudes. So That's the context for you. Let's keep it moving.
Well, this is how we women feel used.
If I pay for today's date,
And let me also say this, like, you know, the response to I get used for money is well, now you know how it feels when we get used to sex. Again, never addressing the actual point and using a manipulative shaming tactic back on a person. Imagine if you were having a conversation with someone and their response to you was always sarcastic, right? Or it's always pejorative in nature, or it's always switching direction, like the focus of I'm talking about this, and in response to that, if you're not responding to me, you say, yeah, but how do women feel about that? Like, it's such a damaging way to communicate with people if you really want to get to know them. But that's what I think that she's getting at, is that they don't care about the actual men. They just care about themselves. Let's keep going.
you pay the next.
Oh, if I have to pay for a date, there won't be a next.
I don't
Again,
like
they don't like
materialistic
50-50.
women.
Well, I don't like cheap men. You see, women are gatherers from an evolutionary psychology take. Men are hunters, women are gatherers. This has been part of our genetic programming for millions of years. Now, men are being celebrated for being hunters, but women are continuously shamed by our society for having this instinct of wanting to own things.
No, we're what do you? Oh, men are shamed for being hunters as well. What are you talking about? Like, you know, just to be able to say blanketed statements like this, and then to have a audience that is rife with confirmation bias. Yeah, they get put on a pedestal for being hunters. No, I mean, from a man's perspective, it depends how we hunt. If we are looking for a woman, you can't just walk up to in the street nowadays and just say something about them, because you might get a hashtag #MeToo response in return. But it depends how you do that. And I think that there's ways that a man can balance how he approaches or hunts for women, right? That doesn't get him in trouble. But no, there was a whole movement around the negative forms of hunting, okay? The negative forms of hunting. Now, I say that to say, again, complete and utter misrepresentation of an argument in order to try to prove a point. Let's keep going.
They call us materialistic and they shame us for it. And in my opinion, this is sexist.
Oh, it's sexist to call people gold diggers? Is that what you're saying? Materialistic. Is that how you hide gold digging? is that how you hide it? Materialistic. Shut up.
If you want equality, why should men be paying 100% of the time?
We want equal rights, but that doesn't mean that we are equals. We are not biologically equal. Men and women are built different.
You have equal rights. She's saying it as if we want equal rights, as if like it hasn't happened already. Let's just keep going. But yes, men and women are built differently.
So let's not pretend that we are equals, because that's just a manipulation men use and society use for the man's benefit. Women have fought far more disadvantages financially in society, but also biologically. This is why we need to stop talking about being equals and instead focus on what's fair. And what's fair is actually if the man takes some form of responsibility, provides for his woman, and like this, we would be able to at least balance out some of the unfairnesses that happen between the sexes because of biological reasons and because how our society is built.
Oh my God, what's unfair? What is unfair? Like, and here's the thing, people that can say these blanketed statements of it's unfair, but then not go into the actual information or the data of whatever it is that you're talking about is unfair. What's unfair? What's unfair? All right. We both are pushed up in society for different things, and we are both diminished in society, both genders. All right. Both genders. All right, I'm not going to get into the facts and the data right now, but we both are. So oh God. Oh, look how I paused the video. It's a demon stare. Let's keep going.
I want to be with a woman who doesn't depend on me.
Well, that I believe is a responsibility to both the man and the woman to make sure that that doesn't happen in the relationship. From the man's side, he has to truly offer her an allowance so that she contains her independence. She doesn't have to ask him for money every time she wants something, and so that she actually can have some form of savings in case she would need it for a rainy day. Now, with regards to the woman, she has to take her responsibility. She needs to have an education, she needs to have work experience, and of course she needs to have savings. Like this, she will always be independent no matter what happens. Plus, this way, a man will never be able to use that against a woman in order to kind of lock her down in a relationship. However, I am aware that there is a small percentage of women who are just too lazy to work and believe that staying with a man, even if they don't like him, is better than going and work full-time in some job that they hate. Now, I don't support that type of behavior, but unfortunately, there will always be people out there who just do things like this. However, I don't think it's fair for the rest of the female population to be judged and categorized as these type of women just because a small percentage does it. Most women are not like this. Most women are intelligent and smart and will want to keep their independence as much as possible. So let's not generalize everybody and just focus on what's fair for the women.
Okay, so the logic is, okay, man says, I like my woman to be independent. Response is, okay, I can be independent, but I deserve an allowance. Okay, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. If you want to give her, right, like if you want to sign up for that job, right, you say allowance, and I'm thinking, you know, this is like a stipend. It's a yearly salary for a job that you are signing up for, and she is a worker, right, that you get viscosity from. If you want that to be your lifestyle, then fine. You are essentially a secretary to the president of his company. But here's what I'm trying to say is that what she is saying qualifies you is not actually how a dude of money and status is going to qualify you. And here's the thing is that she can't talk about those things because those are shamed as well. Those are superficial things that at the end of the day, from a genetic perspective, a lot of it you cannot change. From a nurturing perspective, there's things that you can change about one's attitude, that a dude of that caliber is gonna be like, oh, okay, well, it looks like she's ready to ride for the team. I'll give her a little something on the side that she can maintain her lifestyle with, and that'll be her salary, but she's gotta make sure that her viscous innards are more moist than not, because when I'm ready, she needs to be ready for that, which is such a weird thing to conceive because it just seems like you are an indefinite sex worker, right? Like, but do you have value in your life doing that? Is that what I have so many questions that women I want to sign up for this, and I think like at the end of the day, I think it's those that have come probably from minimal lifestyles to maybe middle class lifestyles that have these illusions of grandeur of what it's like to be wealthy and rich and high status, high power. Let me tell you guys something. The suicide rate amongst rich people is about the same rate as poor people and middle class people. They have issues, and in fact, probably a lot more different issues than middle class and then poor people, to a degree, poor people. But I say that to say, like, you know, in order to set up the dangling carrot of money is a super profitable business because there's so many people that look at the lifestyles of the rich and famous and they want to ascend into being able to do whatever they want, however they want, and But I find it so interesting is that it's like women, you have to defend yourself against when these dudes come at you like this, but it's never information about what should you do to qualify for dudes like that if you're so interested. One more, let's get into one more and then let's wrap it up.
So you want me to pay you a salary for being with me?
This is not a job. This is not a salary. This is a very skewed way.
You said it's not a job, it's not a salary, but also you said I need an allowance. You're contradicting yourself in your own video.
Of looking at it. It's like as if you are literally passively aggressively calling a woman to be a prostitute. Only very defensive men would say such a thing, and they would use it as a manipulation strategy in order to shame her. A true gentleman who takes full ownership of his masculinity would actually feel honored to be able to support the woman that he has by his side and that he truly cares for. He will want to offload her shoulders with some of the burden. So it's all about from what perspective you look at it.
What do you bring to the table?
Are you seriously asking me this?
Okay, that's it. I can't go over anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it no more. Between the what do you bring to the table and the last shit where salary, what do you mean? Does that mean that you're trying to passively aggressively call me a prostitute? But then earlier in the video, you talked about I'm an independent woman, but I need an allowance. What you need an allowance for? What you need an allowance for? I'm so confused. Asking for an allowance, you are asking for some type of monthly. Guess what? If I sign up and I go to an employer, I get a monthly or a bi-weekly something, that gets deposited into my account. Oh yeah, and then also I get health benefits and 401k match and all of these things. You're just trying to switch around words in order to avoid what it actually is. Listen, anyone who's watching this video who is and shit is people that watch this shit who are trying to skip the steps in life. Who are trying to get it like this, more power to you if her information helps you. I'd love to see receipts though, right? 2021 is the year of receipts. It's the year of pulling cards. It's the year of showing facts and data. No longer can we let folks just hide behind the veil of I'm high and mighty and, with their completely reconstructed face that wasn't there since birth, right? And their reconstructed way of speaking that probably wasn't there since birth, who comes out to you and purports these things as truth when they're hiding behind this veil of fakeness and no receipts. Show me the data. How many times has your advice helped people? Show me the data. Guys, that's where I'm gonna leave this video. Feel free to go in and check out the rest. As I say always in these videos, don't go over there and show a whole bunch of hate. Go over there, see what the rest of the video is in store if you are so inclined. But I'm gonna take a guess and say the majority of you will not. It is what it is though. Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. This one was exhausting. I'm gonna go take a shower now. Until next time, YouTube.